afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for August 14th, Friday, 2020, 3 p.m. Eastern. Remind all Tradera folk and all those interested in Tradera that we have a wrap-up Friday Tradera call on the Tradera line, which you can find at weareonelightforall.net on the first page. That's at 6 p.m. Eastern today. We're also going to have a second call in the series of humanitarian structuring of projects. Or project structuring humanitarian projects. And I'm working on a time that we can have that call. So, the valuable information is going to help people start really focusing on what's at hand. We're going to go into some other things too. So, let's see. We might do that on Monday. Let's see. Yeah, we'll tentatively schedule that for Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern. That's the, on this line, that's the humanitarian project structuring call. There's it's an acceptance that we all come to we come to a full circle and understand about ourselves. And that is fully embracing the understanding that our feeling, our frequency of feeling, and that's a frequency, and it's through the heart mind. It's not through the head. It's not through the ego mind. And a lot of people believe it is. It isn't. You can tell the frequency difference between the heart mind and the mind, the ego mind. And it's a whole different feel from when your intention is from the heart rather than from the head. And when you send out, and this is where people get mucked up, and we all have, none of us are exempt from it, but when you intend something, when you send something out, and we've all done that, whether, knowingly or not, but it's the full intention. Some of us just kind of halfway send it. We're kind of in the background saying, I don't expect anything to happen, but what the heck type thing. And then you have the ego mind sitting in there mucking around, trying to get you off track all the time. So you were to embrace fully through your heart mind your full intention of moving energy into form. And you were to take a moment right now and feel this, become absorbed in the feeling, of your intention. And then you surrender to the greater power within you. What is the greater power? The God, the pure consciousness. That's the greater power within you, within all of us. So when you send full intention, heartfelt intention. Clear. No ifs, buts, whens, or anything. Fluidly. And you understand that everything is being created into reality for you every second. Effortlessly. For you. And you move into a moment and you feel this right now. You feel it right now. All of us feel it right now. And we become absorbed in the feeling. The feeling. Most of us will send an intention and we're separate from it. We're not absorbed in the feeling of it. And then here's the kicker. Most of us do not surrender to the God within us when we have full intention. We don't surrender. We actually, it's kind of funny, but we fight it. We fight the very thing that we are desiring or that we have full heart, clear, heartfelt intention for. And it's magical. Very few people are able to do this because of conflicts, because of how they look at themselves, how they view themselves, what they believe about themselves. You know, over and over again, we all do it. We're not exempt. None of us are exempt. But it's kind of called clearing the slates, clearing everything out. You know, getting everything tidied up. Just, you know, surrendering everything, letting go of everything, all of it. And, you know, this is tough for a lot of us. Like, say your body is having issues, okay? And here's the serious part of it. The ego mind will kick in high gear and the heart mind will become the slave of the ego mind. And when that happens, those thoughts you start embracing, you create more problems within your body. Think about that. It's an absolute, it's emphatic fact. We just don't care to face it with ourselves. So when you're having issues, first off, the issues that we have are from when the body is in dis-ease. When the body is in dis-ease. So that's part of knowing the body and understanding who and what we are. So when you have issues, you have things flare up or things happen physically, you must stay away. And you're conscious about it, but the ego mind, it's that little guy is waiting. And then all of a sudden you start embracing all kinds of thoughts that are low frequency. You're creating them into reality. Feeding the very thing that you don't care to be dealing with. So it's across the board for us. So what do? When you know, you ask for what you really want. Ask for what you really want. Ask for it. Send out a clear, heartfelt intention right now that everything is being created into moving energy into form, creating into reality, manifesting effortlessly for you. Effortlessly. No block, no holdups, there's no nothing. Only when you kick into impatience, that's ego mind, okay? You kick into, the hurriedness. You kick into expectations and attachments. About 99.999% of the time, you deflect it. It doesn't come into your life. And that's tough for people to move themselves into that fluidity of releasing and send out a clear, heartfelt intention, in this very moment you can do that. And that everything is manifesting effortlessly for you. Effortlessly, because you're not interfering. You're not interfering. You're taking a moment to feel that right now. And you become absorbed in the feeling. Not the outcome, the feeling. No expectations. I can guarantee you that when you surrender to the greater power within you, you don't even have to say abracadabra. It's already taken place. It's already done. But see, because of how we've been trained to have this conflict with ourselves, it's a challenge. It's a challenge. But of all times, ever, with this planet, in this now, is the time to make sure you have a clean slate with yourself, and really seriously, to have a clean slate for yourself. I talk a lot about surrendering. I talk a lot about no expectations. I talk a lot about no attachments. And I do it a lot because it's needed to be said a lot. As many new people as we have coming on this meditation every day, that's another reason why I repeat it so much. So, if it is to be, it is up to thee. So whatever it is, in this very moment, in this very now, whatever you're experiencing, in this now, send out a clear, heartfelt intention right now that everything is being created into reality, manifesting effortlessly for you. And then take a moment to feel this right now. And become absorbed in the feeling and surrender to the greater power within you. You know what you do? You just say, I've intended, it's happening. It's in the hands of my God. And that's it. And you have no doubt. You have no negative feelings. You have no guilt, nothing. You're free. And you just move on into the feeling. That's it. You absorb the feeling. What is the feeling? Well, you know that. What is the feeling that you're absorbed into? Remember, not the outcome, but the feeling that you've intended. And we know what the greater power within us is. It's the God. It's the pure consciousness. It's the universe. You know, you just let it go. You don't hold on to it. You are so focused and understand who and what you are that you release it. You intend, you feel, you release. You intend, you feel, you release. And that's how it works for all of us. It's just being able to practice it enough where it's effortless. It isn't challenging. It isn't pressing. It isn't something that we're just, okay. Ask for what you really want. It's that simple. It isn't complicated. It doesn't take volumes of guru books to teach you that, because you already know it. When you send out a clear, heartfelt intention, right in this now, that everything is being created into reality for you, manifesting effortlessly for you. And when you know that, you know it deep within you, you take a moment to feel this right now. Feel it. And then you become absorbed into the feeling. And then you surrender to the power within you, the greater power within you. And it's done. Only when we muddle, we muck around with it, ego mind, insecurity, guilt, fear, unknown, then we change the formula, shift the energies. So what is forming deforms. That's why so many of us get so frustrated when we intend something and it doesn't seem like it's effective. But when we let go of those expectations and attachments, and we just let it flow, and we are clear, and we're literally sending it from the heart, it's effortless. And then you absorb yourself in the feeling. And it is. Because this, if there is any time for you to start embracing this, it is now. Not tomorrow, not yesterday. Right now. And when this civilization realizes that each and every one of us are the power, not ego mind, but through the heart-mind confidence, we're the power. You're the power. You determine your destiny. You determine the way you desire to live without attachment and expectation. And everything flows. And when things seem that they're not flowing, they still flow because you're not mucking with it. You're not engaging with it. Whatever comes around, you just flow with it. Now, again, it's downstream thinking. Just visualize the boat going, letting the current take the boat, and you're just laying back. You don't have a care in the world, and that stream's taking you. On the other side, where you came from, you see all these others with oars fighting their dear life to fight that current, to go against the current. Now, riot. Red faces, sweating, soaked from the water smashing up onto them because they're going against the current. Some people say, well, no, they're following the current. When you have to fight that hard, you're going against the current. So feel clear, heartfelt intention right now, and that everything is being created into reality for you, manifesting effortlessly for you. And feel this, feel that, and become absorbed in that feeling, and surrender to the greater power within you, and you'll be amazed what takes place. There isn't a greater power in this universe, or any universe, that is more powerful than the God within you. And when everyone on this planet gets to that point of understanding, a life of bliss will be constant. Be absorbed in the feeling. Be absorbed in the feeling. If you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted. And I'm sure we all are. And the first thing that we desire to do, that we want to do, is relax our bodies. Head to toe, inside and out. If we have a stressful body, I mean, if it's stressful and it's holding all kinds of anxieties and fears and discomfort, we're not going to do too well in maneuvering. So that's why we talk with the body. Say, body, it's time to relax. Let's drop the shoulders. Let's release any stress, anything that we're carrying in any part of the body, and just let it go. Open up the chakras. Allow the chi, the God energy, to flow freely through the chakras. And body relax. That's why some of you fall asleep. Because the body listens and it relaxes. Therefore, you just zonk out. And that's fine. So as you relax the body, we move into the now. And I get this all the time. What exactly is the now? It's the moment you're in. It's moment to moment. It's the space between heartbeats. That's what it is. Whatever you're doing, you're focused on it. That's the moment. That's the now. And then the now becomes the past because you keep moving forward, and every moment is the focus of the now. So you see how you do it in bits, in pieces. You don't try to take on, like the ego mind would like you to do, everything, and have all this going on, and be projecting into the future and projecting into the past and leaving the now alone. And it's just helter-skelter, hectic. It's like you're being bamboozled. So, in the now, we still the mind. We still the ego mind. We all know what the ego mind is. It's not like we hate or have anger toward the ego mind. It's just that we did not know that it had such control over us. And so, stilling the ego mind, the ego, they have no control factor. There's no structure. It's like, it's almost like I say, the Tasmanian devil in Looney Tune cartoons. It's just going everywhere all the time, flailing around, sending thoughts into the thousands your way, and the ego is saying, get that one, get that one, that's not enough, we got that more, get more, do more, get more. And it just burns you out. Some people just become burned out with it. So that's why we stay in the now, because it stills that noise, that chatter, incessant thousands of thoughts, of which most of them aren't ours. So we bring in the calmness of the now. We don't go in the past. See, some of us, we all reminisce. We all know that was a fun time, and I remember doing this and that, and it's good until we get so carried away with it because we believe that our now is just dragging and just nasty, and we don't care to participate in the now, so we escape into the past. So if we're there too long, we do have a tendency to bring it into a future that doesn't exist, create that future out of that past, and relive that past in that future. This is why we end up running around circles most of our lives, and people will say that. Why does it seem like I keep going in circles in this life? If you're reliving your past, that's why. And we don't go into a future that hasn't been created yet. So in the now, we're doing it all. And it's real simple, and it isn't taxing, and we're just focused on moment to moment. Now, when and we all do it, you just wander out of the now. Even if you're into a future that hasn't been formed, or you're in a past situation. You want to know your future events. You want to know when you're going to meet the one. You want to know when you're going to have enough money. You want to know these things, and that's all a future that doesn't exist. Only in the now do you create the future. So it's what you do in the now that really directs the destiny. So you breathe. You breath in through the nose, real easy, nice breath in through the nose, and then breath out through the mouth. Now, the breath is divine positive energy. And the breath is only in the now. So if you ever feel yourself going off into the future or the past, you say, I'm going to focus on my breathing. So I'm going to listen to my breathing. And that will bring me back into the now, effortlessly. So the divine positive energy, the breath, it's divine because it sustains the body that houses your God. It is the temple that houses the kingdom of God, which is inside each and every one of us. So we're seated, we're relaxed. And we visualize these wheels of light, energy vortexes, multiple colors, and they look like flowers or geometric shapes. And they connect us, the physicality, with the spirituality, and vice versa. These energy vortexes, when they're unobstructed, form a perfect center through our bodies, a center right up our spine. And they allow our chi to flow freely through them, these energy vortexes. We're like a fountain. So the chi goes up through the center of the body, and then it cascades up over the crown, the top of the head, and back down. This is kind of forming of our aura. And we start with the root chakra, the Muladhara in Sanskrit. And the root chakra, what is it? What is it? It represents our foundation and feeling of being grounded. And where is it? It is the base of the spine and the tailbone area. What are the emotional issues that I have with the root chakra? Emotional issues are survival issues, such as financial independence, money, and food. Okay? So whenever you're having issues in those areas, worrying about surviving, financial security, financial independence, money, and food, then you know that your root chakra, the red wheel of light, is blocked somewhat, and your chi cannot go through it. And what's the physical association of the root chakra? Your spine, your rectum, your legs, your arms, and your circulatory system. If you have anything happening with those areas, physical, that are out of the norm, then you know that it is from the root chakra, that there is some blockage there. And only you know what that is. And then we go to the orange wheel of light, the Vadasthana. It's a sacral chakra. It's sexuality and pleasure. It is our connection and ability to accept others and new experiences. Where is it? In my body. Lower abdomen, about 2 inches below the navel, and then 2 inches in. 2 inches above the navel, and then 2 inches in. This is etheric now. It's not like you're going to see this colored wheel of light in your body. What are the emotional issues of my sacral chakra? Sense of abundance, well-being, pleasure, sexuality. Sense of abundance. If you have a poor sense of abundance, and you know that your sacral chakra is not flowing, the chi is not flowing. And what's the physical association? Reproductive organs, kidneys, bowels, immune system. So any of those physical things, your reproductive organs, your kidneys, your bowels, your immune system, there's some issues with the chi moving fluidly through the sacral chakra. Then we go to the yellow wheel of light, the solar plexus chakra, the Manipura. This is personal power, ability to channel. And it's our ability to be confident and in control of our lives. Not from the standpoint of ego, but fluid, going with the flow. And where is it? It's your upper abdomen in the stomach area. And what are my emotional issues with this yellow wheel of light, this solar plexus chakra, the Manipura? Self-worth, self-confidence, self-esteem. And what are the physical associations? My central nervous system, my pancreas, my liver, my digestive tract, my skin. Now, you can research this till you're blue in the face, but you'll find out that it is right on target. Then we move into the green wheel of light, the heart chakra, the Anahata. And this is love, relationships, and self-acceptance. And it's our ability to love. First off, our ability to love ourselves first, which then gives us the ability to love others. And it's located in the center of the chest, just above the heart. And what are our emotional issues? Love, joy, and inner peace. And what's our physical association? Heart, thymus, lower lungs, circulatory system, and immune system. And we go to the Vishuddha, the throat chakra, the self-expression. It's our ability to communicate. And it's in the throat. And what are the emotional issues? Communication, self-expression of feelings, and the truth. When you have a difficult time expressing your own feelings to yourself to begin with, and you know you've got some issues dealing with the throat chakra. And, you know, the physical association is the thyroid, respiratory system, teeth, and vocal cords. That's the blue wheel of light. Then we go to the third eye chakra, the ajna. That's the indigo wheel of light. And it's intuition, sense of purpose, and direction in life. It's our ability to focus on and see the big picture. And it's forehead between the eyes. That's where it's located. It's also called the brow chakra. And the emotional issues, intuition, imagination, wisdom, ability, think and make decisions. And its physical association is with our pituitary gland, our eyes, and sinuses. Then we reach the crown chakra, the violet wheel of light, the Sahasrara, connection to the divine. This is the connection to our God, to pure consciousness. This is the highest chakra. It represents our ability to be fully connected spiritually, in full enlightenment. It's at the very top of our head. Emotional issues are inner and outer beauty, our connection to spirituality, pure bliss. Our physical association, the pineal gland, the brain, and the nervous system. Now, you picture that we've taken this divine positive energy, our breath, right up through the center of the body, through all of these energy vortexes, knowing exactly what they affect, what they balance, and we hold it at the top of the head, where the crown chakra, just a little bit back. And we hold it, I am light, I am love, I am. And in that brief moment of holding that divine positive energy, we condense it and compress it into pure liquid energy, the divine of the divine divine. And we release it over the pineal gland. As we release it over the pineal gland you can look at as a prune, a pine cone, a raisin. I look at it as a rose bud, a kind of a green ball. And then when I release this liquid energy over it, it blossoms, blooms into a vibrant, multicolored petaled rose that's eternal with a wonderful fragrance. fully alive, full health. And the pineal is very important to us because it is the gateway to all the particles of existence. It's the gateway to pure consciousness. It's the gateway to beyond. So while we're in these bodies, we would like this to be fully functional and super healthy. And by doing this pure liquid energy over it, it begins and dissolves all the calcification, all of the fluoridation, all of the chemical attacks upon it to keep it subdued and not really functioning. It's alive, but it's at a low ebb. Once we revitalize and wake it up in its full capacity, then all the magic takes place. So visualize this as often as you wish, always in the now, and watch what transpires, or experience what transpires. Now we're all consciously aware that we are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. We also know we're one. We know that we're merged with the God within. We're merged with the heart, mind, the soul, the spirit, the higher self, all of it, one. We have others with us. We have the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes. They've been with us for a very long time. And they vibrate at a different, it's a civilization that vibrates at a different frequency than we do. This is why we don't see them like we see each other. However, they do appear in humanoid form because they do like to interact with us. So it doesn't, you can be anywhere doing anything, and out of the clear blue, someone appears, and you're kind of like in this wave, this ether. So you're listening to them, but you're not. It's kind of like you're just kind of floating, and then when they're gone, you kind of take a second look with yourself and say, "Wait a minute, that was an angel." And they enjoy interacting with us, believe me. And they're always with us, and they're always assisting us, and we're doing the same with them. And they're consciously aware that they are of the highest of deepest, of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. Now, we also have the Ascended Masters: Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Jesus, El Moria, Abundancia, Pel, Thoth, many, many, many more. These are those who have master ascension out of the body and hold God form, pure consciousness. They assist us constantly. All you have to do is ask without attachment or expectation. And we are mastering ascension into body and experiencing physical form and body. So between the two of us, we've got both ends handled, right? They've gone through the mastering experience of ascension into the body, out of the body. We're mastering it. They've mastered it, we're mastering it. Does that make their gods more powerful than our gods? No, because we're all one God. Now they're consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. And we're gathered, three groups of us together, at the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this meditation to form the circle of light. Now we're compelled to call out to all of the other facets and aspects of all of us, of everything. All of the different source creator gods. So we call out to all the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. And only those that are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation of forming the circle of light. Now, they come in the Googleplex. This Googleplex fills this universe. They come in the trillions from every direction. And they are with us now. We call upon all the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, and beneath her. Many, many, many civilizations and species. And only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of the circle of light. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now. We call upon all the galactics, all the off-worlders, all the celestials, and only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of this circle of light. Now, over 1,000 of them just literally travel through this solar system every day. We're only familiar with a handful, and this includes all the levels and all the species of each civilization. We have the Sirian, the Andromedan, the Pleiadian, the Arcturian, we have the Feline, Zeta Reticuli, we have the Greys, we have the Nords, we have the Draco, we have the Reptilian, we have the Golden Pyramid, we have the Avian, many, many, many more. They've been assisting us in our evolution, in our enlightenment, and in our ascension, and freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And they are all consciously aware. Only those can join us that are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. If they are not, their frequencies are too low, therefore they cannot sustain themselves in our presence. And they come in the billions, and they're with us now. We call upon all of our loved ones, all those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes we've inhabited. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us now in this meditation and in this forming of the circle of light. And they come in the billions, and they're with us now. We call upon all the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now, in this meditation of forming the circle of light. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of the circle of light. Now, they come in the trillions, shapes, colors, sizes, forms, configurations, of which many of us have never seen before. And we're only familiar with a handful of them. The fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, and the minotaur. Many, many, many more. And they are with us now. We're all assembled, all here for the liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now, in this meditation, and we form this massive circle of light. The brilliance of the light comes from the gods within each and every one of us. The light is so spectacular that it would take over 1 billion of the suns in this solar system to compare to the brilliance of this circle of pure, deep, eternal love. And as we form it, it literally begins to saturate, flood, and bathe all of our brothers and sisters, all life, everything and everything, on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now in this meditation, in this circle of life. Bathing everyone in pure, deep, eternal love and gratitude. Transforming all frequencies into the highest of the highest high of deep, eternal love. Complete liberation. Complete ascension. Higher dimension. Paradise, bliss, abundance. Now, we begin to ascend up above the planet, and as we do this, we're immediately met with this massive gossamer field. It's everywhere. And these little tiny mirrors reflective in trillions of vibrant colors. Many of the colors we've never seen before anyway. And these are facets and aspects of all of us assembled here. All of the pieces of Source Creator. All of the love. And we're met with emerald green flaming healing light. This is a column that reminds us that we are the power of healing. And we're met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. That reminds us that we are omnipotently powerful, strong, and resolved. Then we're met with the white fire. This column reminds us that each of us is imbued head to toe, inside and out, with a perfect, deep, eternal love, light, God energy, armor. It cannot be penetrated by any external authority or forces. Cannot be. Even the lowest of vibrational frequencies cannot penetrate. We are protected 24/7. Now, only you have the power. Only you. If you decide to lower your frequencies deeply enough into lower dark matter frequencies, lower survival matter frequencies, you will create a breach in your armor. This breach will be enough to allow these frequencies to come flooding in. Now, if you do decide to do this, you're met with the purple transmuting flame. This is the column that reminds you that you can bring in the purple transmuting flame. And you can transmute all of these lower frequencies into neutral light substance, sending them back to pure consciousness where they are no more. Then you're met with the violet ray. This column reminds you that you can bring the violet ray in right behind the purple transmuting flame and purify and cleanse the area where these lower frequencies were, restoring vibrational frequencies of deep eternal love and gratitude and sealing the breach. Then you're met with the golden white pink light. This column reminds you of the love that you are, that you were made from. And you see it in our sunsets, and you see it in our sunrises on this planet. You see it in the sky, the purple skies, the orange skies, the pink skies. You see it in the clouds, in our waters, in our forests. And you see it everywhere in our rainbows. And the reason we're such in awe of the beauty and the splendor of these scenes, these occurrences, is because we're admiring the love that we are, the divineness that we are. Pure perfection of the God within us. So we continue to ascend. And as we do so, some of us who are carrying physical form decide to step outside and hover effortlessly above that physical form. Now, as we ascend further, we come across this massive crystalline light tower. And it is massive because it's larger than a solar system. And if you look at the shaft, we designed it so inside, you can see into the crystal, there's this vibrant aura, and it's trillions of vibrating colors. And they're emanating out in soft waves. And as they come out, They literally flood, saturate, and bathe everything and everything in the highest of deepest eternal love and gratitude. It's constant. All of our brothers and sisters, all life, the highest value in the universe. Now at the top we designed it so that the golden ocean can come cascading down 360 degrees eternally. The golden ocean is pure, deep, eternal love. It's flooding, saturating, and bathing everything, in everything. Each of us are a drop of that golden ocean, and each of us hold the essence of that golden ocean. Can you feel the power of your love? Can you feel it? Can you immerse yourself in the feeling of it? Of the pure, deep, eternal love that you are of and from. Now we go a little bit further and we see this massive meditative sphere. We created this sphere well over 2 years ago. It sits center circle, and it houses over 900 of our meditations. All of us, from everywhere, from all existence and existence, from beyond the beyond, spanning all the universes, all existences, gathered here with this planet for its full liberation into higher dimensional frequencies, into bliss and joy and deep eternal love, eternally, abundance, prosperity, God, planet, paradise, happening now. And every single day, this sphere continues to intensify and continues to expand. This is why it can be seen, heard, and felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And it floods us all 24/7. Can you move into the feeling? Embrace the feeling. It's absolutely who and what we are. Become absorbed in the feeling. Surrender to the greater power within you, the God within you, the love within you, the abundance within you. Have no expectations, no attachments. Flow. And when you do this right now and you become absorbed in the feeling and you surrender to the greater power within you, the magic is released. All that you desire in clarity is yours. For all of us, for each of us, each and every one of us deserve the best of everything. A paradise life, a blissful life, a blissful existence, pure, deep, eternal love, a God planet. This is what we're doing in this now. Become absorbed in the feeling and surrender to the greater power within you. I'll join you in a meditation. I'll return to close us out. Take an easy breath in through the nose. An easy breath out through the mouth. Move slowly. Immerse yourself in the feeling. Only the feeling. Of whatever it may be in this now that you desire and intend clearly for yourself or anything else. Embrace the feeling. Surrender to the power and the force within you. God. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, and into the following morning. We'll be back here Saturday, August 15th. 2020, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation. Cool.